Come on, Internet.
Today.
Let's talk about today.
Grand national state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
It is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put her in the registration booth.
Just this ever-evolving story.
Welcome, everybody, to Let's Grow Pulling. It's Enderle week. I got Taylor Corsa there on the left, Tommy Corsa on the right. Tommy's got American Made. Taylor's got Taylor Made. Father, daughter, 1 and 2 in the points, heading into Enderle. Is this, Tommy, you've been pulling four-wheel drive trucks a long time. With this new Enderle format of it being, with it not just being invite, like the points races ended here, is that more exciting for you as a puller? I know it's more exciting for the fans, but how do you like it as a puller, Tommy?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're having a blast this year. This is an amazing year. We had never thought it would turn out like this at the end. We got a lot of tough competition out there, and we're just thankful to be up to the front. We've never been to Enderle before, so
okay,
this will be our first time.
Awesome.
Pulling there.
When did you build your new truck, Tommy? Because when I watched that thing run for the first time, I'm like, this thing is going to be Has it been 2 years ago now, or was it just a year ago?
No, it was last year. We pulled in
Rockwell,
Iowa for the first debut, and we had some good luck with it. We had a few things wrong this year. We started out on the slow side. Taylor took off, so we were just backing her up, and then somehow we pulled out to the front. So,
Taylor, your season started off good, and you're always so shy and kind of humble. Well, I'm just happy to be here. And all of a sudden, you're leading the Grand National points.
Yeah.
Taylor Made. What did? Again, you're always so humble. I don't know how to ask this question, but when did you realize that? Damn, I'm pretty good at this.
I don't really know, honestly. Like, I didn't think I was going to hold first place as long as I did. So I was like happy each pull. I just like held on to it. So it all just worked out.
It's been good. It's been good. I'm going to jump on the NTPA website right now, guys, and share the screen here. It'll show us our season here. Where are you guys at right now?
we're at the shop here where the trucks are at.
Okay, cool. And you guys live in Kentucky, right?
No, we live in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Georgia. Holy cow, that's way down there.
We're pretty close on the line between North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia.
Okay, so which Grand National, Tommy, is kind of you considered your hometown pull, or what are you closest to?
Chapel Hill.
Yeah,
Chapel Hill?
Chapel Hill. Yeah.
All right, so fans, I have the points up. And again, if you have any questions for Taylor or Tommy, please throw them in the chat. This is Enderle tonight. We got Adam Kester coming on in 15 minutes. Then we're going to talk about Dragway 42, then Pat Island, then Dylan Owens, and we're going to round out the night with Randy Fishbaugh talking OSTPA. So please, if you have a comment, just throw it in there, and I'll ask Taylor and Tommy. Okay, so American Made, Taylor Hutchinson. Toma, one of the sessions got rained out, right?
Mm-hmm. It did.
So you got, looks like a fourth.
Mm-hmm.
So you have one first. Where was your win at, Taylor?
Oh, that was.
Oh, that's American Made. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've only have 1/4 and 2/5. I've never got a first, second, or third.
So Toma looks like was one of your top finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So you've just been consistent all year.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's like got me up to the top. It's just consistent. So.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Craig Dickey won a Grand National Championship last year in Super Stock Diesel and never won a pull.
Yeah.
So that's nothing wrong with that at all. American Made. So Tommy, where'd you get your win at?
It'd be Bowling Green.
Okay, that's a good place to get it. Did you get the ring then?
Yeah, we actually did.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't think I was in the. We didn't shoot for it, but I mean, we did the best we could, and it came out great. We gave all the truck it had Friday night, and we held on to it for the last, I guess, 5 or 6 hooks, and we came out on top. So we're very thankful that it held together there.
Do you wear your ring every day, Tommy?
No, sir. Actually, it's almost like a NFL ring. It's really too big to wear.
No, it's kind of blingy, but that's kind of why I want all you pullers to start like just wrapping around and kind of little street cred a little bit, Tommy. Like when you introduce yourself to people, kind of put it up and go like
I'd have to have a chain to kind of match it, you know.
Taylor, get your dad hooked up. Can you get
Yeah.
that? I think we can get that done. We can get that done. Again, if you're just joining us, Let's Go Pulling, Taylor Made and American Made, Tommy and Taylor Corsa 1 and 2 right now, heading in Enderle. And Grand National classes are first, guys, this
Right.
Saturday at 5 o'clock. It's always been regional first. Grand National, they flip-flop this year. And for you fans that are wondering, and for the pullers, Friday night, we're going to have a drawing show. It'll be live on Full Pull Live, Facebook and YouTube at 7 o'clock. We're going to do like a meal and have a band and stuff at 6 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to be live on Facebook for the drawing. So, Tommy, you've never been to the Enderle. In the past, I think you would get to choose first, like your number. And in the past, I've seen everybody always grabs that first hook with 5 in the class. They just grab that first hook. But I think they're mixing it up this year. I think they're kind of doing more of a spin the ball thing. I don't know. What have you heard?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's all going to be on the table, and we just pick a card, and whatever number we get, we get.
Yep.
So,
I know it's a good track. I've been there, not as a puller, but I've been there and watched. And they really let you guys run at the Enderle. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that as well because you're running for points now. But in the past, it's just been kind of, hey, you earned your spot here. You're just here to pull for a check. And we've seen some big distances there. So it'll be fun to see that. So
yeah, we're excited. We can't wait.
Taylor, besides your dad, who's been your biggest influence in the 4-wheel drive truck class? Like, who do you kind of look up to and watch them? And like, now that you're second in Grand National points, you've had a hell of a year no matter what happens Saturday. But who are some of your pulling heroes?
Oh my gosh, that's hard. I'll really look up to everybody though. Just we've always watched all the pullers as I've like grown up into like pulling Grand National, even when like Tyler started out first and then I came along. Honestly, just everybody. I don't have just like one special person.
Yep. Now, do you guys still have your 2-wheel drive truck too?
We sold it.
You sold it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Well, Tommy, when did you start pulling then? How'd you get into this sport?
Well, way back, probably about 28 years ago, 27 years ago, 28. We just started out as a pro stock truck and just worked our way up. And then we ran into Tyler Cobb, which was a big influence on me. He said, you need to come pull with us. So I hitched along with him and been there ever since now. It's been going on 5 years. So
I recognize Tyler Cobb's name. What's his truck called?
it was banded.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And when you pulled like the stock truck class or the pro stock class, who did you pull with? Like what association down in your area?
It was Southern Pullers.
Southern Pullers. Okay. And they're still around today, right?
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think they're a PPL state.
They
sanction?
are PPL. Yes.
Gotcha. So where is your original truck at? Is it still going?
What? No, actually, let's see. Where is that truck?
Pretty much. You had my truck since 2012.
Yeah. See, her truck is what I used to have back in 2012. So it kind of graduated up the ladder, and here we are. This is a competitive level.
Oh, 100%. It's the highest of the highs. Whoa, where'd you guys go? There we go. I screwed that up. So it's the highest of the highs and the lows of the lows, if you know what I'm saying. Taylor, do you remember your first trip down the track?
I do. It was in South Georgia.
Are we going to talk about it or not?
Yeah, it was fun. I think I got like second place. There was only 3 trucks, but I'll take it.
Okay. So, promotion 101. You don't have to tell how many were in the class. Just say I got second. So.
I got second place. That's all that matters.
You're like my one friend that goes to the casino. He never talks when he loses, but he always tells you how much he wins when he goes. So it's always super quiet on the way home like that. Tommy, do you remember when did you decide? I guess so. Was Tyler Cobb is the one that kind of helped you move up? That's how we got the team.
We actually moved from being in the modified class, but going on, I always wanted to go NTPA. I just wasn't ready yet until he said, Tommy, you just need to try it one time and go with me. So we did. The kids graduated. We were able to take off, and fortunate we were able to follow him around, and we had such a blast the first year. We just got hooked with it, and every year it's just getting better and better and better. And we're just having a blast out there. I mean, we look forward to it every year to be gone, in the summer just to pull.
Yeah, the travel is pretty intense. I don't think that's one thing.
It is.
It's the first couple events you're like, we're pulling again, and then this time of year, like this is getting to be a lot.
Oh yeah, well it is fun, and we know we got one more left for the year. I mean, we might go pulling afterwards. There's a pull or two that the Davis is wanting us to go to. So
nice.
We'll see. We'll see if we can fit that in.
Got it. Okay, Taylor, you get to answer this one from Robert Miner. What's the hardest track to pull on and why? Where do you suck at, Taylor? And why do you suck there? How about that?
A lot of places.
No, you're second in Grand National points. You don't suck there. But there's always, Taylor, there's certain tracks that just love your truck, and there's certain tracks that no matter what you do, you can get a flat tire on the way to the line. You know what I mean? It's just.
I'll probably say Chapel Hill, just because like the first, I'd say 20 feet matter.
Yep.
Like pretty much every track does, but like I don't know, that track I can't figure out. So I don't know.
Do you think there's a more competitive class in 4-wheel drive trucks across all the Grand National classes?
I don't really know. I mean, I feel like everybody's like family, so it really boils down to like everybody's real close. Everybody helps out one another and things like that. But competitive wise, I don't know.
When you look at the distances night after night with you guys, they're always just, I mean, there can be 10 feet between 15, 20 trucks on certain nights, honestly, a majority of the time. So
yeah,
that's what makes it fun.
It does.
Makes it fun. Tommy, this one's for you. What's your favorite memory of a moment at a pull, and where was it? Doesn't have to be Grand National, just anything.
Yeah, it'd be recent. It'd be Bowling Green, winning Bowling Green this year. That was very exciting. I never knew I'd be at that level. There's just so many trucks to compete with, and we just got lucky. Everything lined up, and after the smoke cleared, I ended up winning. So that was really a high for me.
It was awesome. It
was.
I want you to wear your ring to the Enderle. And Taylor, can you get him a necklace by then?
That'll work.
Get something big gaudy.
Yeah.
NFL's back. I saw all the guys on their interviews last night watching that. They got their big necklaces, Tommy. You look good in one of those.
Well, Taylor set me up. I'll wear it just for you.
Please do. And get something. Make sure it's really cheap and inexpensive too, Taylor, in case we lose it or something like that. So, Tommy, you have a 3-point lead on Taylor, and then Taylor, you're one ahead of Rob Foster with Simply Red, and then Floor plays a half a point behind you. So, and Rule 19 is 5. So, I mean, it's the tightest points race across all of them. So, I think semis, it's a 2-dog fight. Mini rods, it's really about 3, and then modifieds, honestly, it's 1 and 2. Dylan Owens has an outside chance, but to do that. And 5 in the class, Tommy. Like, can you wrap your head around that? There's only 5 in my class.
I know. I try to think about it, but the more you think about it, the more it gets wrapped up. It's like Jake Zarin said, don't let them get in your head. Just go out there and pull. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah,
because old Rob Foster, the old $50,000 man, he might be sneaking in there.
Oh, they're going to be tough guys to beat. There's no question there. You got the best guys. I mean, you get to get in the top 10 in our class is amazing. Our goal with this year is just getting the 1 truck in the Enderle, and we accomplished that, and we got 2. So our expectations are met. We're just really excited, and we can't wait to get there.
It's awesome. All right, so one last question for each of you. Taylor, you go first. Taylor, if you could pull in any other class, what class would you want to drive another vehicle in?
Oh gosh. I guess, maybe mini, just 1 pass. I wouldn't want to stay in that class. It's a little too wild for me, but just so
Adam Kester's in the back room right now. He's smiling.
Oh, no. I was just kidding.
I think he might be able to help you out. So. Well, and you are skinny, and it helps to be skinny in a mini. I'm not,
That's true.
just going to say that. We have some movable weight, so that's good. That'd be fun. Well, you just keep working hard. Maybe you can get a mini rod too someday. Okay?
Oh gosh.
You have room in the trailer for a mini in the trucks?
I think you always have room for a mini, is what I've heard.
Okay. That is the saying. That is the saying. Tommy, any other class you could jump in other than 4-wheel drive? What would you do?
Man, I don't know. My true heart is in 4-wheel drive, but if I ever got behind a wheel, I would say the Unlimiteds.
Yep.
I mean, I'd I like to wear Joe Etter shoes just for one pass,
Yep.
But not to say that's the class I want to be in. I'm definitely four-wheel drive.
I love it. Well, good deal. Well, guys, I'll see you in a couple days. Good luck. When are you guys heading up to Urbana?
I think Thursday.
Thursday morning, head out. It's about a 7-hour drive for us.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. It's a beautiful grounds, beautiful facility, good track. You're going to love it. Again, we're having a little Polar appreciation party Friday night before the draws, and it's going to be fun. And then Saturday we can get after it. And Tommy, maybe in about 4 days from now, you can call yourself a Grand National Champion.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see. There's too close to call.
Yeah, and as soon as I sue you, I want to see that Bowling Green ring this weekend.
Awesome. You will, Jason. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks,
Taylor. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
All right, we're buzzing through our Enderle wrap-up. I wanted to focus on the points that are really, really tight tonight. And the next guy up, Adam Kester, he's watching the football game in the background. So I don't know. Are the Vikings winning? Anybody know? So, Adam, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, bud. How are you?
Great. Thanks for coming on tonight. So typical Jason Schultz style. I waited till the last second to line you guys up, but I know how you guys run the No Practice podcast too. So I'm not going to take any shit from you at all. So
you gave me way too much time. Usually we don't have that much.
Well, welcome, Adam Kester. Anybody got questions for Adam, please throw them in the comments. I got 15 minutes with Adam. I promised everybody. Then we're going to talk about Dragway 42. Then I got Pat Island coming on, Dylan Owens, and I'm going to finish off the night with Randy Fishbaugh. Adam, I know you're good at this podcast stuff. What a season. How many Grand National Championships do you, Adam Kester, have?
Two.
And what years were those?
2000. It's been such a long time. 2008 and 2016. We missed out in 2017. We lost by 1 point. I got DQ'd at Hutchinson, Minnesota, and I didn't get my position points, and I lost the points by 1 that year.
Oh, did you go out of bounds up there?
No, I lost a header.
Okay. So
which it's kind of funny. The year after that, they eliminated that rule. So.
Yep. It's always a safety. It's now it's a safety thing, right?
Right. Everything's safety.
Yep, that's what I thought when it comes off. All right, so we're looking at the points right now. Oops, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on, guys. I screwed up there. Got to do that. Thanks again for jumping on. Who is anybody winning the football game yet, Adam, behind you?
It's in a commercial right now. They weren't there. I think the Bears were close. Maybe they kicked a field goal, maybe.
Okay. Who's your favorite NFL team?
I'm a Colts fan.
You're a Colts fan? How'd they do yesterday?
They beat the living crap out of the Dolphins.
Did they really?
Yeah, 33-8.
Nice.
That's good because the last 10 years have been pretty dismal.
I drove home from Sandwich and got home and kind of took a nap, and then we had a meeting last night for Full Pull Live, and then kind of look at the next couple months. We got like 30 more events to do. Everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are almost done." I'm like, "No, November."
Yeah, that's what Chase had said. He told me that you guys had a bunch to do yet.
Yep. And then I watched the end of that. So Dan Mayer, our announcer, is like huge Bills fan. So we're texting him talking smack because that's what good friends do. I'm like,
right.
Can anybody tackle Lamar Jackson? Can he make JJ Henry or whatever that running back's name? And all of a sudden, the fumble, and then the touchdown. All of a sudden, Dan's texting back, and I don't care. I just like messing with my friends, so it's all good.
Right. Well, I'm not a big college fan because usually on Saturdays I'm working, so I don't get much time to watch TV. So Sunday is about the only day I can watch. So I'm an NFL fan.
Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. How many Enderleys have you won? Chris Kilbarger once he's watched on
Zero.
Zero.
I've never won that poll.
Ooh. But you've been there a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been driving for 20 years. There was a couple years we didn't make it. Probably been there 15, 16 times.
Okay. Awesome.
Been close numerous times.
So right now you're 3 on Jeff, a little bear, 3 on Iron Toy. You lost it coming out of what? Fort, right? Or no, not Fort.
No, actually it was the poll before or was Wellington.
Okay.
Somehow I managed to, after those pretty poor finishes at Bowling Green, still able to maintain a 1-point lead. Then had another not so good finish at Wellington, and then Wauseon, we figured some stuff out and were able to jump back up there.
Yep. So Footloose at 347. Yeah, and the Wasion, you had it. I know. Let's see. I can scroll down on here. I got to get the.
Got third.
Okay. Because
It
Ken
was really
won,
good.
but
We got third, fourth,
Yep.
and ninth there at Wasion, and I think Jeff was 10th, so that was able to help us. Adam Bauer got ahead of us, and Ken Vinny got ahead of us there. But
Yep. Ken's 18 back, so there's really no chance he can do anything.
Right.
Lindsay's 5 back, so that would almost you'd have to get last, and she'd have to get first, and then you guys would tie, right? Is that how?
Yeah, but I think the other two guys being there, I think it would have to be me last, and then still, Jeff and Adam, if somebody's got to finish third and fourth. So,
Yeah. Have you sat down and tried to pencil out different scenarios yet, or because that would drive me
not
crazy.
really, man. I mean, honestly, I'm more frustrated with the simple fact of this year we kind of let some things slip. We had a bad air gauge, didn't find it till late in the season, but that's part of it,
Yeah. So you have 3 wins, Adam, 2 seconds, a third, and then no fourth and fifth with the Footloose. And then let's see, Walk the Line. You have 1 fourth, and then Beast of Burden. You have a third and a fourth and a fifth. So it's been a consistent year across the board with them all. So
yeah, I mean, even since Farley's not on there, we got a first, a second, and a fourth there. That was really good. Not so good in the finals, but
so Farley,
it's been a very good year for us.
Farley wasn't points for those the Thursday
Right.
and Friday ones. No, it wasn't. That's right, because that was the buy-in one. That's right. That makes sense.
Then coming off this past weekend, I took 2 tractors over to Nashville, Illinois, and ran over there for that 2-day event. I think I got a second and sixth and a fourth and a sixth there. So track was really good this year.
Hey, that's nice to hear for the Pullers Championship. I want to. We've had we've had some issues with the track in the past, so it's good to do.
Yeah,
they must want to have that little tiller. So
big horsepower for the mini rods. Needed a really short lug because the track was so tacky, and so you look at the results there, and some of them skinny guys with a little bit more front end weight were able to get up front.
Yep. That's awesome. That is awesome. Your dad, how many Grand National Championships did your dad have over the years?
Oh boy. If you're talking NTPA, I think it was 3 or 4.
Okay.
I'd have to look on the wall, Jason. Honestly, we were hit pretty hot and heavy there for a little bit in the late 2000s, and then we kind of had a dry spell there for a little bit, and then we kind of resurrected ourselves, and then we struggled the last couple of years again. So been doing it a long time, and I wish we had a few things back there, but I'm pretty sure he's been a 3 or 4 time NTPA champion.
Nice. Is Footloose your best piece out of the 3?
It's hard to tell, man. They're so equal. It's really funny that the one. So I built 2 brand new tractors, and I put air ride on the front end of them because my brother-in-law and guys like RJ said, you need it. So I put air ride on the 2, and in the back of my mind, the black tractor that's actually leading, the Footloose tractor that's leading, it was I bought it from Dusty Price. It was brand new, and he was getting rid of it, and I found it to be a pretty good deal. I got it home, and we had to change a few things because the motor mounts were different, and had to adapt the seat because the roll cage was really short on it, and I just thought, hey, we'll get 2 new tractors built. If I ever think I'm going to go back to 2, then I'll have 2 that match, and I'll just get rid of that oddball. Well, the thing's been running better than the other 2. Now, I don't know that any of the equipment's different than the other. I just think when you come across a good set of tires and you kind of put one on that, you kind of leave them alone,
Yeah, 100%. And you guys, I mean, I've always said minis are the bull riding of the truck and tractor puller, and with your horsepower to weight ratio, it's insane. Like I felt like when I had my limited pro Adam, I felt like we all could have access kind of the same pump and the same turbo. It's either Weimer or Hartz. It's pretty much in that class. But then we got into like where it was tires. And then somebody would win a pull with a set of Parks tires, and everybody go buy a set of Parks tires. And then the Mitas would come out. I'm just making shit up now. I don't even know. But in the mini class, is it the same thing with tires, or is it just getting out? I mean, there's so many of you guys now and gals in the class,
Yeah.
Adam. There was it wasn't 10, 15 years ago, Adam. There was maybe 8 or 10 minis at a pull.
Right.
Look at the numbers now; it's just crazy, and it's
Yeah.
so fun to watch.
You look at the probably, I would say the year that things mostly changed was 2019, was the year my dad died, and Chad came out with a new harder compound tire trying to get the life better, because some of the Pioneers and CPECs, you may have 1 or 2 runs on them and it just ripped the lug clean off of them. So when he made the harder compound tire, the rubber being stiffer didn't allow for the tire to be the same diameter. The tire life improved, but it was a shorter diameter, and anybody in pulling knows that, a shorter tire isn't always better. So it took from 2019 to about 2022 for him to, after my dad died, I sold all the tires and I got all new tires, thinking that, I'm going to start out with new tires, and that way in the middle of the year I'm not having to change tires on wheels and do all the stuff that it's a lot of work going down to like one guy now. But from 19 to 22, we really struggled with the tires, and then Chad made some changes to the tires, and they redid some cord structuring and stuff like that, and the tires have really come around. I do believe his new tires as good as anybody, as good as the old ones. They're just a little bit heavier maybe than the old ones, but I can't complain that the mini rods have 1 tire to run. I mean, yeah, as a manufacturer, I could see where they got the market cornered, but I also look at like the 2-wheel drives and the pro stocks and the big mods and all the classes. It's just the flavor of a week on a tire, and you start dealing with a big set of tires or like mini rods. The amount of tires, you're talking about a large amount of money. So I'm very thankful that we have basically 1 tire to run, and it's been working really good for us.
Is a mini tire, the rear tire, the same as a rear 2-wheel drive tire? Is that the same tire, same dimensions?
No, the mini rod tire is a 6-ply, and it is what they call the narrower tire now. Now that the Nichols came out and they made a wider tire, and then Chad also had to adapt and made his tire wider, but the 6-ply tire is a lighter tire. The 10-plies, I don't even think that they're way too heavy of a tire for the minis, and in the front end weight's so valuable. But they're also wider now, so you can't run those. They have us limited on tread width and everything. They're down to like, I think the rule's like 17 inches on the tread width. We're only allowed a 30 lug, so like I said, the tires have really come around good. Now it's just having a big lug set and a shorter lug set for the different tracks that you run on.
Yeah. When's the last time you were at the Enderle, Adam?
I ran last year. I got second to Ken.
Okay. Good deal. And then, do you like the format with the coming down to the points like this, or did you like the Enderle kind of being an all-star poll?
I was kind of looking at this the other day when the NHRA, I don't really pay attention much to the NHRA, and somebody texted me like, "Hey, Tony Stewart was the regular season points champion." So I guess with the new format, I can run around with a picture that says I'm the regular season points champion.
Don't do that.
If worse things come to worse, but I like the format. I see what they're doing.
Don't do that. That's kind of douchey.
Well, I kind of looked at him like, are you kidding me? Is that even a thing, to be a regular season points champion? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. But I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get more involvement there with the guys, because if somebody would win the points and you're in the fields or you're working or you're busy, or it's just a long way to drive for 1 hook. So I understand what they're trying to do there with it. So I respect what they're thinking is there. We'll just see how the format works this year. I think it has definitely brought a little bit more energy to the points races. They and this is no offense to the events that they were having, but when you're crowning champions at a fair somewhere, and for us, it used to be Wasion, it was just the 4-wheel drives and the 2-wheel drives. So our 4-wheel drives and the mini rods, and then you got the mods and the super stock diesels and the pro stocks were all at Sandwich, and now it's bringing them all to one place, and I think it's a better deal.
Yeah, I love it from a storyline, production, TV side of it, Adam. It's fun, and we're, the champions
Sure.
will be crowned this Saturday. And yeah, some of the points races are done, but they still have to show up. They still have to hook to the track. I interviewed Shane Kellogg, in Sandwich. It's like, all I got to do is show up. Schultz, like, don't, as long as I don't screw that up and bump the sled, but it's good because your
Right.
best is going to be there, and that's fun.
Yeah, I think the worst thing they could have done is do like a top 5 and a reset. It kind of takes away from what a guy worked to the entire year, So at least they didn't do that. But still, like in my situation, it's better to be leading than chasing. So
Agreed.
I think the way I got it mathed out, if we finish third or better, I'm going to be happy. So
Nice. What would I mean, do you feel like you have a monkey on your back because it's been a while and you have 3, or what would a points championship mean to you, Adam?
I mean a lot, it's been there's been a lot of struggles since obviously my dad passing away in 19, and we work really hard at it, and the 3 tractors, maybe it's a little overkill. I seen some comments about some people, we have 3 tractors because our sponsor ship allows us to, and honestly, I feel that I can do good with all 3 of them. So, if I could win a championship, I think it's a little validation for the hard work that I've put in, and my team, my wife, my mom, my kids, Toby, my friends that help me when I need some help and go with me, and they've made it a lot of fun since my dad's passed away. We've shared a lot of laughs, and it's been really cool. So it'd be great if we could finish it off.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I mean, to validate, you have 3 minis and they're all in the top 10 in points. That's pretty awesome. So
yeah, I was a little greedy there at Wassiano. He was like, man, I don't wish any bad will on anybody, but it'd been really neat if I could have got a second one in the top 5. But to finish like we did this year, at one point in time, I think we were first, third, and 7th in the points, and I was really proud of that. So I know that we have the equipment and the do it all. Just like I said, I got a little frustrated at air gauge. I think it's been wrong all year long, but as the tires have broken down, I think it started affecting the way we were running. So nobody's fault but our own. But I think we still got a pretty good shot at things here. Jeff's running good, Adam's running good, Ken's been running good, Lindsay's been running good the whole year. So it should come down to a really good class at the Enderle.
It's fun, and that's what it's all about. It's fun from the fans' perspective and for you guys as well. Got a lot more on the line to do that. 2 final quick questions. How many MBR engines are in the points race? Chuck Hobbs wants to know.
Oh, man, that's a good question. I haven't even really paid much attention to that. Luckily, the phone hasn't rang too many times this year. I know in circulation we have a bunch. I mean, like I said, at one point in time, we had, I think, 20 what was it? Was it 26 in the unlimited class competing this year? In the 2-wheel drive class, we have 30 plus, and that's across the organizations.
Right.
And mini rods, we're getting more and more total out there. I mean, we're looking at maybe 120 MBRs out in circulation. Plus, I have some drag racers and drag boat racers and stuff like that. Cool.
Okay, I want to ask you 2 more questions. If you could drive in another class, what would you build, or what would you pull in? Or if you just wanted to jump on one time, what are you driving?
Well, I think if I was going to own another tractor, I've always liked to own a light super stock, just because I like the sheet metal and the alcohol. But you'd be dumb not to say an unlimited. Obviously, you're probably not going to see me with a light super stock at any time with my business that I run. But yeah, I guess it would be probably an unlimited or a modified.
Okay, cool. I can see the light super thing because I feel like that's the mini rod of the tractor world for the horsepower weight ratio for you guys. My son.
Yeah, I thought a couple years ago when I was running bad, maybe about a 2-engine mod, but it's too much for me to move around by myself. I do a lot of the stuff, and that's not a glorification of that. Just Toby lives an hour away, and my friends, they only help when they can, and it's mostly me all the time. So I can push a mini rod around. I can load the trailer by myself. I can do a lot of things by myself. I really would have liked to do the mod, but the tires and all that stuff, it's just a lot, and you know, maybe one of these days when I get rich and famous, maybe I'll get a better trailer that I can haul one in.
There you go. Last question. Who's on the No Practice podcast Wednesday?
You know, I think we've had some talk. We haven't locked him in yet, but there was some shenanigans that happened there Saturday night at the Nashville Pull and the Southern Illinois Showdown, I think it was, or I think we might have John Card on there, and maybe there's a little video of me doing a shotgun against him. So, but it'd be good to have John on there. Me and him have always got along very well, and he's always been very nice to me, and same with me. I've always been nice to him, and I think maybe from a fan's point of view that they think a different manufacturer or a different engine builder, if you want to call them so, that there's not really as much beef between them as you think. The market's big enough for us to both be there and then more. So maybe John Card. I think we might try to get John Link back on. I think there was a few things that happened at Sandwich we'd like to maybe touch base with him on. And
I interviewed Ryan Schrammick with the ice cubes coming out on the track. So yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
That's on Full Pull Facebook. I actually named it Ice Ice Baby.
There you go. Yeah.
So.
I think there was I think they did the right thing on Saturday. Just be consistent, man. So if we could, I'm sure we'll have something up our sleeve. We haven't really talked about, dude. We do not prepare as good as we should. I wish we could give as much effort as we should, because it's a really cool thing. I hope everybody likes the podcast. I enjoy doing it. So it's been a lot of fun, shared a lot of stories, had a lot of laughs, things like that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Adam, I'll see you in a couple of days. Again, fans, Grand National classes start at 5. We're going to be live, Full Pulls doing a puller meal, like music, kind of a fun night, Friday night. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to do the actual drawings, and we'll have that live on Facebook and YouTube. So
thanks,
Adam,
Jason, for all you do, man. You work really hard at it, and I really thankful that you put as much into it as you do, because I don't think the fans really understand how passionate you are about the sport and how much you really care and have been pushing this for a very, very long time. So I want to thank you, and I thank all the fans for tuning in to the podcast and coming up to the trailer and saying hi. It's been a good year, and hopefully we'll see some more people here at Urbana.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll be sticking a phone in your face Saturday night when you're a Grand National champion, Adam. So
it'd be great, man.
All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah. Adam Kester, everybody. Again, 3-point lead on Little Bear and Iron Toy right now. 5-point lead on Short Fuse. Again, 5 going to the Enderle this week. So, no, the Enderle's going on, but also in West Salem, Ohio, Kyle Matcham at Dragway 42 has got himself a little bit of a pull to with the OSTPA. So I had to have Kyle come on tonight to break up all the Enderle talk. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Great to see you. Great to see you. Man, the weather looks good for this weekend. That's got to make you feel good. So.
Yeah, don't jinx it, but it does look excellent tonight.
I have a wooden desk. I just knocked on it. Now my dog thinks somebody's at the front door. That's my fault. Kyle Matcham, promoter of Dragway 42, 2 tracks, OSTPA action this weekend. I'm going to play our promo video for Kyle, and we're going to talk to Kyle for a few minutes on pull of the year with OSTPA, I believe the last couple of years. So that means it's a good one. I got to find my video. Here we go. Obviously, you can tell we haven't been to enough OSTPA pulls yet because I have a lot of NTPA stuff in there, but trying to run the classes that you're having. So,
a lot of those folks in that video were state guys that travel the country. So,
yeah, we tried to make that as real as we could. So, light limited pro stock tractors. Now, fans, I used to have a limited pro. This is fun. They put the light pros and the 401s together at 9,000 pounds. I've been to 4 or 5 OSTPA pulls now. Awesome organization. Good pullers. The passion's there. It's been fun. Kyle, and I'm not kissing your ass, but Ohio fans some of the most passionate fans I've ever seen in pulling. And I grew up in the Midwest my whole life. I've only been out in Ohio the last couple of years because of full pull. But man, you guys get the crowds, Kyle, and the passion. And they know pulling, Kyle. They know the sport.
Yep, there was a event just this past Saturday for OSTPA that at the Wayne County, which is actually the county that the track is in, and they sold out the grandstands, and it's a pretty, I'd say it's one of the bigger grandstands in the state. So I mean, I wasn't there myself, but there was some videos swirling around. It's impressive, but Ohio fans are definitely diehard.
No, I mean, even like some of these small towns we've been in, just like New London, and just there's still a couple thousand people in the stands. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's awesome to see. It makes you, when you're there live streaming it, or you're there as a puller, or there as a fan, to be part of a big crowd, it makes you feel like something's going on. You know what I mean? It's fun. So,
yep.
Well, let's talk Dragway 42. You guys have 2 pulls a year. You have a May pull, right? And then you have this pull?
Yeah, we have one. Actually, typically it's
June.
First week in June, and then we have this one in the fall in September.
That's good stuff. What, coming from the drag racing side of it, I guess, with your, you guys owning the racetrack, how did truck and tractor pulling even come into the mix? Where'd you get your passion for the sport? Because you love pulling and you love pro stocks. I mean, what's your passion for the sport, Kyle?
Starting off how tractor pulling became at Dragway 42, before my family acquired it, there was a pulling track there that had, I'd say, a lot of brush pulls, more or less. Okay. I think they might have had some state pulls way back, but that was, I think, before my time. But there was at one point in time, there was a sled pull track on the opposite side. Then when they did the renovations, that sort of was removed. That's now where the pit area is at. And then in 2018, with some help with some local friends, we put a pulling track in at the new facility on the same premises, and have been building these events. We started off with one that always used to be in the fall, and we've grown it now to one in the spring and the fall, with 2 in June, or 2 nights in June, only 1 night in September.
Yeah. Have you always worked with OSTPA, or did you kind of start out with the brush pulling and worked your way up? What's the history?
We started with the NTPA on Region 2 level, and we would do a brush pull during the afternoon, and then the Region 2 pull at night. And I give a lot of, and there's a lot of events that I see, I give all those guys a lot of credit, because building the track for one, and then working it with just a few hours before your OSTPA event, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort from a whole group of people to put in the man hours that it takes to do that in one day. So
yeah, no, it sure does. Who are some of the people that help you make it all happen?
There's a couple local guys, Brad Bauman and Tyler Arders and their family, both of them. Dennis Morlock helped me a lot when we first started, sort of handed over the torch. There's a lot of good people that help us out. Jerry Bowers and his crew with equipment, just anything that we've needed over the years, and we're truly grateful for the help that we do get. I'm sure as well. It takes an army to pull one of these off. It's not something you do by yourself.
It absolutely does. Again, if you're just joining us, talking with Kyle Match, I'm promoter of Dragway 42, West Salem, Ohio. This Saturday, September 13th, 7 p.m. 2 tracks, got light limited pro stock tractors, mini modifieds, pro stock tractors, pro stock semis, mods, super stock diesel trucks, and 2-wheel drive trucks. So, man, you got the heavy hitter classes there that night from OSTPA. Your semi class is the most numbers I see nationwide. I mean, I've seen Grand National, NTPA, the Outlaws. They have a couple pro stock semis, but man, I don't know which one we were at. I kind of forget what day and what town I'm in anymore.
I think that was
Randolph.
Yes, Randolph, which is a hotbed for for semis. Ohio is a hotbed. It sometimes comes and goes. It was a little bit rough at the beginning of the season. A lot of people were waiting on parts, stuff of that nature, engines. So, but typically as any season progresses, a lot of stuff comes out of the woodwork, or people get going, get running by mid-year, make it to boat. One of the goals always, I think, is to, especially in Ohio, is get your stuff ready to run for Bowling Green and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not sure what Chris Kilbarger means. He said Dennis Morlock, good puller back in the day. So
yeah, he used to have or he still has a Alice Chalmers, I believe it's a 210. Don't quote me on that one. But it was called the Circuit Breaker.
okay. Oh yeah.
Yes. So
Yep.
he's about a mile from the facility. So
Nice. So as the week goes on, when do you guys really start diving into this?
I did a little bit of work out there last week, and then by Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, really start doing the transition a little bit for getting everything ready, everything moved, some stuff set, extra lights, stuff like that we need set up, working the track, all the equipment to come in that we need for the weekend, stuff of that nature. So,
How often do you guys have races at the drag strip? I mean, it seems like I follow you on social. I see stuff going on all the time.
Pretty much every weekend from April to November. Right now, when you're in the summer, you have at least four events, Thursday through Sunday, and have track rentals during the week. So in the summer months, it's very busy. It's 7 days a week.
When you say track rentals, do teams come and they'll like make it a private test and tune type of a thing?
Yeah, a lot of times they'll come test during the week before they're wherever they're going across the state, or a lot of times it's for the national guys, it's across the country for pro mod teams. Some top fuel teams. We actually have a nitro event in 2 weeks at our facility for the first time in, I'd say, 20 years. So
that's going to bring some people in.
Yep. So looking forward to that. But in the summer, it's busy. It's busy year round.
Do you see, is it the same fans that come to the tractor pull that come to drag races, or is it two different fan bases?
In the beginning, I'd say when we first started, pulling has definitely evolved into more of a, not evolved, but has broadened their fan base.
Okay.
Because when you first started, it was like two different things. You had your drag racers, and there still is, but even last weekend up at the track, there was numerous people that told me, well, we'll see you next weekend, meaning the Saturday they're going to come to the pool. So I think there's piqued an interest in what we're doing on our quote unquote weekends off from drag racing.
Right. Is your nitro event IHRA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. How big is West Salem, like for population wise?
It's fairly small. I'd say it's maybe 5,000 people.
Okay, that's about
being
how I
generous.
was in. So where's the closest big town then? Like if you could say a town that I would recognize, what would it be?
Ashland, Medina, Worcester, Mansfield.
Those are all bigger towns.
Yeah. Wellington is 25-ish minutes from us. So
yeah, you guys are just, I can't believe all the pulls you have in Ohio with all the different associations.
Ashland on Sunday of the 3-day for the Buckeye Challenge and stuff like that. That's 25 minutes away.
Okay. Nice.
So,
what other pulls do you like to attend as a fan? Because I know you love pulling.
My parents took me to Bowling Green when I was really, really young. So that's where I think I got hooked at a very young age. So Bowling Green's obviously high up there. I always go to, as long as my schedule highlighted of the summer was always fair. I grew up in Lorain County, so we always went to Wellington.
Okay. Gotcha.
Don't get to go to as many polls as I think I'd like with being busy, but
well, you have a real job now. You're all grown up now, Kyle. That happens to us. So
that's how it goes.
It's all good. Any sponsors or anybody else you want to thank here tonight before we let you go, bud?
Yep, I'll run through a list here real quick. I mean, with a lot of pretty much any poll, it takes a lot of people and a lot of sponsors to make these events happen. So I'm truly grateful for the support that we do get. Obviously, the fall shootouts presented by Ross Transportation Services and Environmental Services. Bill and Chris Cromling have been huge supporters for our events I think they came on board with us back in COVID year 2020, and I sort of got them hooked on this polling deal. They really enjoy coming out and hanging out, bringing all their, I think they pretty close to 120, 130 employees they'll have out there on Saturday, and it keeps growing every year. So thanks to them, Pete and Pete, Willowvale Farms, Smith Brothers Mulch, General Maintenance Company, Cyclone Diesel Repair, Deppen Farms, Bauer Towing, World Truck, Bears Towing, Rice Diesel, Bad Gear, Miller Farms, Shoney Trucking, SSI Superchargers, Proway Truck Repair, Valley Automotive Group, Kelly Equipment Repair. I apologize, I'm probably going to miss some, but without your help, without all these companies' help, this event would not be possible. Any of the events that we have at the facility across the board over the season. So
that's awesome. The Cat's Ass is checking in. Kevin Dick says it's awesome to see the hillside at 42 packed with fans, and the crowd at Worcester was exciting to see. So that was last weekend in Worcester, right? I believe. So.
Yeah, that was last Saturday. So hopefully we can match that. They have a huge grandstand, so it'll be hard to beat. But the hillside should be packed on Saturday with good weather. Thankful for, again, all the people that do help with getting the track ready, helping me all day on Friday and Saturday. Tyler and Brad, Jim McClafen, Dennis. There's all Jerry's crew and all the support, help that they do for that. I mean, it's greatly appreciated to turn an event into what it has become over the past several years. It's impressive.
You definitely have grown it. I mean, people know about it everywhere, so that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. So, well, cool, Kyle. Well, enjoy your week. Good luck. Like I said, I knocked on wood. I have a wooden desk I'm sitting at, that the weather stays nice for you, because I don't want anything bad.
I think it looks good across the state for, there's 2 state polls on OSTPA polls on Friday up in Upper Sandusky.
Yep.
And Old Washington, and on Sunday there's a poll in Ashland. So hope to see there's a lot of bonus money up for the Buckeye Challenge across the semi division, the pro stock division, and the 2-wheel drive division. I think it's $2,000 over the cumulative 3 days for 2-wheelers, and $3,000 for pro stocks, $5,000 to win for the semis, winner take all. There's a lot of hooks here in Ohio. Hopefully we see some out of town visitors come into the state lines and see who takes it all. So.
See how they can stack up. So
yep.
Awesome. Kyle, thanks for your time, bud.
Yep.
And good luck this weekend.
Yep. Take care.
All right. See you, Kyle. Kyle Matcham, Dragway 42 promoter there, talking about the big poll in West Salem, Ohio this Saturday night again. So we're going to switch gears now. We're going to go back to Enderle. So this next guest, Pat Island, just passing through in class. I interviewed him up in Hutchinson after he swept the week, and he says, we weren't going to poll this year. And then we won the first 2, and they just kind of kept going, and now they have a 3.5-point lead heading into the Enderle. Pat Island, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Jason, how's it going?
Great. Thanks for coming on tonight. I pushed the wrong button again. Sorry about that.
Sure.
I got to learn to get better. Where are you at right now, bud?
Technology don't really fit either. We're actually up at a big oil refinery right now, tearing down a big cooling system. So I jumped in the truck here real quick and threw my Britney Spears headset on, and here we are. So
that is a nice Britney Spears headset.
Right.
Can you sing?
Yeah, no, we're just
can you sing me a song, Pat? Can you sing me a song? So.
Yeah, right. We maybe lose some fans here. We better keep that. It's actually trying to tune in on the Vikings game a little bit on the radio there. I don't know, them and the Bears tonight. But
how's that looking?
I don't know. I just jumped in the truck. I thought I better just turn the volume down. I think they're losing a little bit. So
okay, Kenzie, can you check on the Bears and Vikings for us? We'll get you a score. I promise.
Which my family's a huge Vikings fan. I kind of mess with them and tell them I'm a Packers fan. But,
yeah. Well, I know you're busy, but I wanted to have you come on live. It's been great watching you pull this year. Having an awesome year. The truck's running great. I know you've had a couple hiccups here and there, but man, you've stayed consistent there. 4 first place, a second, 2 fourths, and a fifth this year. Again, came right out of the gate with 2 wins in Hutch, 2 wins in Toma, then a second up there in Dorr, Michigan. That's when Crazy KW got their first Grand National win, and they're the ones 3.5 points back. So have you been to the Enderle before, Pat, over the years?
I have been fortunate to be there, and we were fortunate to win it last year. Kind of were an underdog. We didn't really run for points last year, and we're sitting about 9th, and a few guys that broke ahead of us, and we had a fresh bullet under the hood, so we thought, hey, we just won our local Big Iron Classic King of the Hill the weekend before, and they called me, and I said, hey, let's go out there and try it. And we put some pretty good feet on the field, so we're fortunate enough to win it last year, and a few years previous, my dad was fortunate enough to win it, so it's pretty cool.
That Big Iron Classic, that was last weekend again, wasn't it?
That was, yeah, and that's the first year we've actually played our cards, and I thought, this thing's running, it's sitting in the shop, polished up, ready to go to Enderle. I think I'm just going to leave her there this time, and we went and enjoyed the truck show, brought a bunch of trucks down there, and it's fun seeing everybody. I mean, I know there's a lot there to watch us pull like every year, but we played our cards right and thought we're just close to maybe hopefully capitalizing the Grand National Champion here, and we're just going to go there instead. So
yeah, no, I think that's a wise move. But
right.
I was driving home from Sandwich yesterday back to Wisconsin and met a bunch of trucks. So I didn't drive, I was riding, but we saw a bunch of cool trucks coming down the road. So
yeah, 500, 600, 700. I forget what the final number was, but they put on quite a show and a pull there. So
it's pretty neat. Okay, do you have a Grand National Championship today?
I don't. I got a state, Minnesota State Hook champion for the first year. I think we started in 14. I think that was 15. But other than that, we chased this pretty heavy the first 5 years. Really knocked between us and the Holicky with the mother trucker. We're playing back and forth. And in the last 5 years, we just kind of break it and waiting on parts. COVID deal, everything trying to get parts then, and just So that's kind of how it's been the last few years. We haven't chased it too hard. Like you said earlier, when we talked, we weren't really even planning on doing it this year. We just kind of thought, well, Hutchins in our back door, Toma, the first few were in our kind of a couple hours from us. Why not try? And heck, things were going our way, and before you know, we're winning and kept a pretty good streak going there. 7, 8 or whatever it was there, local pulls and Grand National wins in a row there. So fortunate enough to get that, and like they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it or don't mess with it. Well, me, I thought, well, we're running this good, we guys got to be a little bit left in it. So we started playing with it a little bit and trying to do some stuff we're going to do in the off season, and it kind of fell short a little bit there, a couple of hooks, but hopefully we got her back where it needs to be. So.
Did you get the Bowling Green ring this year?
I didn't. No, I got it back in 18. It was the last time I got it, and I haven't been there. I think 3 or 4 years I haven't been there, so it was good to be back there too. But we didn't put on our best. I think we're top 5 or 6 one night, so wasn't our best show in there. But hey, we're in the hunt, and like I told them guys, it was a little easier a few years back to get up here in front of everybody on stage, but a lot of tough trucks in the class, that's for sure. And they had a great field. I mean, what they have, 16, 17 semis there.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough from top to bottom, that's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Again, so fans, if you're just joining us, Pat Island, just passing through in class. He is coming in, leading the Grand National Super Semi points. 3.5 point lead over Crazy KW. That's the only one. It comes down to those two. And he'd have to pick Crazy KW. I'm not sure which one of them is driving it this Saturday. The two guys, I know they split it up, but there would have to be you'd almost have to go first and last to really get ahead of you. So, but it can happen, unfortunately. So, and I know you respect that. So.
No, at least we'll know there'll be a Chris in the seat one way or another, right?
Yeah. Yes, there will. It's either a Milsnut or a Schrader. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they live up here about 30 minutes from us in Ashton. So when I used to promote my pulls in Richland Center, they'd always come down and a lot of times make a test pass or whatever, and it was a lot of fun to have them.
Yeah, no, I've seen them do good too. It's they've been in it just as long as I have been, and like I said, it's always good to see new winners and more competition, the better. So.
Yep. So what did you have you had some breakage? What was it Rockwell?
Rockwell. Yeah. After the first night, we found some bearing material in our filters, and I thought, we could have probably ran it the second night, and good thing we didn't because we were able to save the crank, and obviously did a complete overhaul down the bare block and got it all ready to go to Bowling Green. And like I said, we just trying to try some different stuff and had good luck early on, and then tried a few things probably shouldn't have did on the track. Like everybody says there ain't no test, and it's right in the tracks your test. So
Yep.
should have put it on a dyno, but I just thought, well, we'll try a few things, and it didn't go the way I hoped, and I hope we got it back. So yeah.
When are you guys heading out to Ohio?
Well, you know me, if there's 26 hours in a day, I'll probably work 26. But,
Yep.
you know, I just, I'm hoping I'm going to take the wife and kids with, and then my dad and my mechanic Carrie and his boy Dakota probably go out. So we'll probably roll out Thursday night, hopefully be out there Friday sometime.
Yep.
I've been trying to get to the polls a little ahead of time. I usually get there about last, and then when you come in with a 100-foot rig, it's always fun to try to find a spot. You know? Lucky I'm in the truck, and I can usually wheel it around. But
Yeah, you are a professional truck driver, so you know what you're doing. So
at least
cool.
I think I try anyways, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Friday night we're having like a puller appreciation party, full pull lives doing
Nice.
that. Got some live music and food and some adult beverages. And then
There
at
you
7
go.
o'clock they're gonna do the actual, you guys get your number, and we're gonna broadcast that live on Facebook and YouTube for everybody to watch.
Yeah,
And
I thought that was kind of a cool, different chance. Like I said, I've been to Enderle fortunate enough quite a few times, and obviously topping points gets first hook or last hook, whatever you want to choose. But yeah, that'd be kind of a cool, different format this year. Kind of like they did down there at Simon's Pole, where you just kind of grab it was an envelope or whatever they're going to have
Yep.
it. You don't know until you open it, you know.
Yep, no, that's fun. And then also the Grand National classes are running first this year at 5 o'clock, and regionals running at 7. So
That's
really
good too. You
excited
know,
for
with
that
all
as
this
well.
crowning the champions, I thought that was a good move on their part because you get to the semi class, there's definitely going to be still some diehard fans in the stand, but by that wee hours a night,
Yep.
fans start clearing out. You know, so now that'll be good. That'll be packed fans and stands, and everybody will be there to see all the classes get champion in one site. So that'd be something cool.
Yeah, we had Adam Kester on before you were a couple guests ago, and he said
Sure.
for all, a lot of times the champions are kind of crowned at the polls they end up at, and this
Right.
is nice because some of them are wrapped up already, and all they have to do is show up, but they still have to be there. You know what I mean? And
Well,
to do
that's kind of why we played it smart last week. And like I said, we've always went to the Big Iron Classic and pulled and hoped we didn't break, but was Enderle not being a points thing, you hope to not have to turn it down, but that was kind of always the reason we went there. And this year being a points thing, it kind of held us back from doing that. So.
Yeah, no, it was smart. It was a smart
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. My
Do you,
mechanic's happy anyways. It's running. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they were like
sitting there, but I said, at least we don't put spare in, right?
Yeah. You guys have owned a couple trucks in the past, right?
We have, yeah. We kind of started out doing state level stuff, and then we kind of got we bought one from Walker's, and we bought one from Dean about the Pollocky there, the mother trucker, and then me and my dad, we kind of teamed up, and it was great watching my dad pull. I always hoped he beat me just to see that big grin on his face, and he got some wins too, and it got to be the point where it got to be a lot with two trucks, and obviously our mechanics in the shop are trying to help me in between, obviously keeping the trucks that make you money on the road. Just got to be where I had a opportunity to sell it. Went to a good home, Simon's, and just thought we'd go back to one that we know, and hopefully we'd be competitive with it. So
definitely have been this year.
Yeah.
Last question I have for you before I let you go. What other classes do you like to watch? And what other, not that you would go buy one, but if you could drive something in another class, what class would that be?
Yeah, we're diehard truckers, so the trucking fits us, or the truck class fits us. But I always kind of joked to Mike Connie from Mac Trailers that one of these times we're going to switch seats, and he can drive my semi, and I'm going to drive one of his pro stocks. So that'd be kind of a fun deal, I think. Or I always like watching the pro stocks, which is a huge competitive class, and on a huge budget, So yeah, it's but no, all the classes are great. I like diesel smoke, I guess. So anything that smokes, and four-wheel drives.
Yep, you and me both. So where are you working? You're working on what'd you say, an oil rig cooler? What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm up at refinery up in Inver Grove Heights, Pine Bend, Flint Hills up here. We're tearing down a big oil cooler tonight, or cooling.
Is that the one you drive by with all the crazy lights at night? Okay.
Yep. So we got a bunch of our trucks up here, and we're tearing this deal down all to local landfill, and we got trucks up here all week, 24/7. So, yeah, me and my dad, he's right ahead of me, and 72, and he's wheeling her all night too. So,
I love it. We'll get some sleep, and we'll see you at the end early, okay?
I appreciate it. Thanks for all the fans and everybody, and can't wait to see everybody. Good luck to all the
Awesome. Thanks,
players.
Pat.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah. Pat Island, everybody, just passing through in class. coming into the Enderle 3-point lead on Crazy KW, our local the Chris Mills and the Chris Schrader Foundation there. They got their first Grand National win up in Dorn, Michigan, and that was the first loss of the year for Pat Island. Again, Pat came to Hutchinson and swept the weekend. I interviewed him on Full Pull Live, and it's like, yeah, we weren't going to run this year. And Wednesday we decided we just come to Hutchinson, and then he swept the weekend. You got to keep going into points, so that's a lot of fun. So I'm going to bring up this Dylan Owens guy now, Thorn. I'm going to play his video from Sandwich. He had a badass pass Saturday night, and he won, and he had a big smile on his face. So let's watch this run.
EPA circuit. All right, so the Thorn, Montgomery, New York, Orange County, New York. Yep, that's the same town you saw the Orange County Choppers. Their farm about half hour, 45 minutes away from their old shop. Dylan Owens, the final shot, modified class. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Dylan, nice pass, bro.
How you doing, Jason? Thank you.
That was awesome. I keep hitting the wrong button. Dang it. I need Kenzie to help me tonight like this. So Dylan Owens, everybody, Thorn comes into Enderle 10 points back. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. You are 5 points back behind Simon Says. What did they break Saturday night? Do you know? Was it rear end or was it a motor let loose on them?
Rear end, planetary, something in the back.
Okay. I saw some stuff come out from the bottom of it. Now, I talked to you and your dad Saturday afternoon, and you guys did a bunch of work on your tractors to even get into Saturday night. So, and we have an interview you did with Dan. I got to show this. Just the smile on your face, Dylan, was so genuine. So here's an interview with Dan Mayer on Full Pull Live after Dylan won Saturday night in Sandwich.
Came in number 3 in points. Pretty much going to be there, but you're going to be in the Enderle next week. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we'll be there for sure.
What did you guys have to do? We talked about this afternoon, had a little bit of damage, Dad's tractor. What did you guys have to do this afternoon?
We had to take oil pans off of 2 motors. We had to get his all changed around for 2 motors. Dad was in the bottom end taking rods apart. Travis was there. Sid is here. We worked from session to session nonstop to make the track here tonight.
Yeah, a little tough here at Sandwich. You got it, just a couple hours in between. Don't have a whole other day for the next session. Who else would you like to thank for helping you get here?
Everybody back home that's working so we could be here. My mother, my wife. We got Brad on Modern, who's absolutely the most amazing person to work with. Marty Wilson and Kathy, they're always there helping us. They helped us today get ready to go. The boys at SSI are great. Everybody at Boyd for the parts, Brian Knox for the fuel system. If I'm forgetting you, I'm sorry, but thank you to everybody.
Well, fans, let's give a nice round of applause. Your winner here tonight in the modified class out of the state of New York, Dylan Owens and the Thorn.
Yeah, sorry, that was a little low on volume there. I should crank that up. But it was awesome, Dylan, to see that big smile on your face after that big win. Man, you were heading towards that left line, and you must have stabbed that right brake, and that thing swung, and, man, it was gone. But
that I was worried he was going to go left, and I thought that run might get messed up because of that, but it worked out.
It sure did. I think 366 feet or something like that. So Dad ran on 2 motors Saturday night, right, with Ramblin' Rose?
Yeah.
Because you showed me some things sticking out of the side of the oil pan, I believe, Saturday afternoon when I talked to you guys.
We think it lost oil pressure, and it looks like it broke every rod in there.
Ugh, yikes. So I'm gonna put the points up right now. And again, tell everybody where you live and what you do for a living, Dylan, if you don't mind.
We live an hour north of New York City in Montgomery, and we farm a little bit. We got a couple trucks on the road. The main thing is I buy and sell hay all over the country. We farm a lot of hay of our own, but we move a lot of hay.
Yep, that's awesome. Has hay been good to you this year?
We never run it. There's always people with hay to sell, so
okay.
We've been nothing but growing, so we could barely keep up.
Okay, are you a Buffalo Bills fan? I got to ask because they won last night. That was a lot of fun.
Tractor pulling is my thing. I'm not into too many other sports.
Yeah, well, when you guys have two mods, I don't think you have time for anything else, and you guys work all the time. So
Yeah, exactly as today went.
yeah. All right. So Simon says 5 points, 4 points ahead of Dirt Slinger, 5 points ahead of you, 15 points ahead of Dad, and then 15 points ahead of Giddy Up. Those are your 5. The top 5 will be at the Enderle. So it's a dog fight. I mean, I don't know how you would what Brandon would have to get last, and you'd have to get first. And what do they do? Do you know? Do they go to a tiebreaker? Or how does that work, Dylan?
If that would happen, I think Brandon would win, as in because they had the most wins. That's how it came down to Dad and Brett a couple of years ago, or something like that. But when we went to Sandwich, we were pretty much figured we were going to finish 3rd and 4th for the year because we had a couple downs that set us back. But we went to Sandwich just going to have fun, and I think we're going to go to Enderle and just try to do the same thing.
Yep. No, it's good. Fun. It's neat to have you and your dad both there. Have you done that before where both tractors have been at the Enderle before?
One other time in 23.
Okay. And how'd you guys do that year?
I think we ended up 2nd and 3rd, and the year before that, Dad had won.
Awesome. Awesome. Again, Dylan Owens, the Thorn, picked up the big win Saturday night in Sandwich, heads in Enderle in 3rd spot. Again, it'll be, I think Dylan would admit it, it'd be hard to get to win the Grand National points this year, but definitely going to wind up either in 2nd or 3rd heading into this weekend with only 5 competitors there. Now, the Grand National classes pull first Friday night or Saturday night, Dylan, so that's something new this year. And then your numbers are going to get drawn Friday night at 7. We're having like a little social party with some music and adult beverages and food. And then at 7 o'clock, in the past, the first guy would pick their first puller, whoever's first in points would pick their number. This year, it's going to be more like they did in Farley or they done down there at the truck show where you actually grab a card and it's kind of a random draw, I think is what I've been told. I don't know. What have you heard?
Something similar. We just, we want honestly, we just want a fair shot at Brandon again with him making a run.
Yep.
It was cool to win, but we want to chase him run for run.
No, that's, I was checking out some of the Facebook comments, like, well, what would have happened with Brandon would have won? I'm like, well, that's part of pulling or ran. That's part of pulling too, is you got to keep him running too. But man, Saturday afternoon, he had a monster stinking pass. So
all year long, but we want to go for a pass or pass.
Good stuff. Yeah, you see Brandon's got 5 wins, 3rd, and then you got 2 wins. Where'd you get your 2 wins at? Sandwich was one of them, obviously. Where was the other one at?
Bowling Green, first night.
Nice. That's a good place to get a win.
Yeah, we have good luck in Bowling Green.
Good deal. 3 seconds, and then no 3rd, 4th, or 5th. So yeah, it's been a really good mod class this year. So Bill won the points last year, right? And Brandon won PPL last year. Did Brandon win PPL again this year?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so and then he's right now. So he's setting himself up to do the double, right? Pretty much.
It's looking that way. Maybe if we tied in points, we can make a handshake deal where we could actually have a pull-off at the Enderle,
Ooh.
Pull it off for the championship rather than wins.
That would be wild. He would do it too. He'd be like, hell yeah, let's load him up.
Yeah, worth the shot.
Yep. So your tractor, was it healthy after Sandwich on Saturday night, or do you guys have to do a lot to this week? I know you're putting on Dad's. So
we were going. Well, Dad's is Dad just started assembling a motor for his today because we knew that was junk. I was going through mine today, got 3 motors done, and then I found quite a dirty filter in the 4th motor about 7 o'clock tonight. So I'll get the pan off of that tomorrow and see what we could find, but we'll be there.
Good deal. Where do you guys get I know you do a lot of the work yourself, but where do a lot of your parts come from for your stuff?
A lot come from Boyd, Kenny at Motorsports Unlimited at SSI, Hebe, the guy that was always with Ken Venny. Dad met a couple guys at SSI yesterday and pretty much got enough parts for a full rebuild 3 o'clock on the Sunday. And then Boyd's were sending some out today, and Brad Anderson from California was sending some out today. A lot of UPS packages going to be coming this week.
Do the UPS drivers have you guys memorized, I'm guessing?
Yeah, he's here every day.
Yeah. Like you probably know him personally. Like, do you let him sit in the tractors or anything cool like that, Dylan?
They come in and take pictures. I don't know if he's ever sat in it that we know of, but yeah, he's here every day.
No, that's awesome. That is awesome. Again, Dylan Owens joining us, driver of Thorn, heading to the Enderle. Him and Dad. That's pretty cool. I love the father-son thing. I love your dad. Always passionate. I don't think your dad sleeps at all. He's wired all the time, but it's a lot of fun to watch you guys pull. Obviously, your grandpa started this whole mess, right?
My
What are
grandfather,
some
yeah.
memories? What are some memories of grandpa? And it was always the Ramblin' Rose, right?
Yes.
And then your grandpa's ashes are on your dad. Are they still under the Ramblin' Rose? Am I saying that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Where does he keep them at?
He is inside the right frame rail, between the fenders and the gearbox.
Wow.
So he's right there.
That's awesome. That is awesome. What are your first? What are some of your earliest pulling memories, Dylan?
Man, I've been at the track my entire life. I remember when I guess in my early years my grandparents and father were on a break, so we were just going and visiting, and my father was helping other people. And then when my grandfather got sick, my grandfather died when I was 10. So, my memory is only from 5 to 10. When he got sick, my father had got the tractor out again, which was just a 3 Chevy state level tractor then. And I remember vaguely of that. And then we pretty much kept it going. And then we ran a lot of state level from 2007 to 2013 till we took a break till 21. And then it's been all Grand National from 21.
I like it. So where did your tractor come? Where'd Thorn come from then?
My tractor was Wayne Purser had it built just before during COVID with 5 engines on it. And COVID happened, and then Engler got him a new one built, and he never ended up running this one. And we bought it from him in Dodge City, Kansas in 22, summer of 22. We put it together for 23. So Wayne Purser had it built new and never ran it, and then we had put it together.
When was your first pass on a big mod then? How old were you?
3-engine Chevy in 2013, 2012, 2013 with 3 Chevys.
Would that have been like New York Tractor Pulling Association or something like that?
Yeah, I think we had gone. It was New York Tractor Pullers, my first one, but we went down to like Raleigh, North Carolina that year.
The State Fair.
And a couple OSTPA hooks that year, and me and Dad switched on and off.
Nice. So 3 Chevys, that's similar to like what Ulmers have today with the Outlaws, right? The stair step.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
But when I and then I ran 3 Chevys, for a little bit in Grand National in 21 and 22. We went to 4 Chevys quick there in 22, and that didn't work out. So we went from that to the Hemis in 23. Well, that was a huge difference.
Yeah. What's it like driving a mod? I mean, it has to be the coolest thing every time.
Well, we've been figuring it out for 3 years, so there's a lot of crashes, but now that we're getting more comfortable making better passes, it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. Who are some, besides Dad, anybody else at the shop or on the farm that help you guys work on these, or is it just pretty much just you and Dad?
It's pretty much just me and Dad. Everybody here's got their jobs, and they take care of their work so we can be in the shop when we need to be. There's a lot more people at the track that come and help us as we need because we're always shorthanded, just the 2 of us. Travis that helps Ricky Rose and stuff. Marty Wilson is always there. And I can't think right now. But all the guys.
There was another guy laying on the ground with your dad.
That was actually a guy from around here named Sid. He was on a cross-country vacation driving around, and we got him to go to Sandwich for his first time. So that was his first track pull he was ever at with us.
Awesome.
Put him right to work.
Oh, awesome. What are some other classes that you like to watch as a fan, Dylan, that, man, I'd like to drive one of those sometime?
I like any mod class for sure.
Yep.
And we're definitely going to have at least one unlimited next year.
Ooh, breaking news. Which one? Is it going to be Ramblin' or is it going to be the Thorn?
That's undecided yet.
Okay.
That's undecided yet. Still figuring that out. But the light mod class, any mod class I like. I don't care. They're all cool. I've always wanted to drive a 2-wheel drive. I don't know why. The Mini would be cool to drive. But other than that, I guess the only other surprising one is I wouldn't mind having a diesel super one day.
Oh, hey. I like that. I like that a lot.
And I think Dad wants a semi.
Your dad looks like a semi-puller. 100%.
Yeah, he wants a semi one day.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That is cool. I like that a lot. When are you guys heading for the Enderle?
When we get together, I think we're. I don't even think. I think we're going to go to Enderle still apart, and I'm going to finish it there Friday and Saturday morning.
Okay,
Because we got tires to do, motors to do, a rear end to do. We got a lot to do, and we got to leave Wednesday night or Thursday morning to get down there.
How far of a drive is it for you?
Enderle is a close one at 10 hours.
You sound like the Texas pullers that pull with the Outlaws. It's just like 8 hours for them to get out of Texas.
Yeah, similar.
For the Unlimited, are you going to run 5, or are you going to run different blowers and all that stuff? What's the thought?
I'd love to put 5 on, but I just don't see that we can make weight. It'll probably be 4. It'll probably be 4 with 18s.
Okay.
I don't see weight happening with the 5.
Is that what Joe has? 4 with 18s, I think.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what Chuck Knapp had, and I think that's it now with 18s.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I'm starting to learn more about the spark plugs like you guys. So it's all
yeah.
Good. How often do you sharpen tires?
Depends on how much work's going on here. When we were really, we really weren't chasing points this year. It just kind of happened that way. A couple of years ago, when we were like going back and forth with Brett every weekend, Dad was doing them every pass.
Okay.
But we do our own tires for the most part. Chad helps us when we're in a bind. But Dad, we pretty much do our own, and so we have the means to do them every pass.
Go dual.
So all the tire tools are in the trailer every week. So
okay, gotcha. And still, my favorite memory with you is you let us put that yellow tape on your tractor that year, the Thorn. So we got to find some pictures of that, Kenzie. Yes. That was a lot of fun. I was hurt. I was hurt when you put the real graphics on there. I've been for quite a while, actually. It was more than just one pull, if I remember correctly. So,
yeah, it was a handful. Yeah. Maybe half the season.
Yeah, I got a lot of compliments on that, I'm sure. So good stuff. Good deal. Well, hey, I know you're busy. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for jumping on tonight. It's been fun watching you and your dad over the years, and it's neat to see that you guys will have an Unlimited next year as well. But I love the father-son bond. That's why I do this crazy sport as well. And yeah, I love watching you and your dad. So thank you for that.
Yeah, there's something to be said about it for sure.
All right. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you in a couple of days.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Dylan. Dylan Owens, everybody. Thorn picked up the big win in Sandwich Saturday night. And I like that. You know, Brandon did break, and we all know Brandon's just been freaking dominant. And Dylan basically owned that there in that interview. So that was fun. So what a night. We got Randy Fishbaugh coming on next. The man with the handkerchief on his head all the time. And we're going to do an OSTPA preview coming up this weekend. Been a lot of fun. Randy's a nice guy. He's got the pizza. He married a pizza shop gal. He got a good story. Hoping to have Randy on the podcast more. Fun guy, knows a lot about pulling. He's the one who bought Bauer's mini rod sled. It's in Ohio now, and I'll get to see him this Sunday night as well. So again, we started off with Tommy and Taylor Corsa tonight. Then we went to Adam Kester, and then we went to Kyle Matcham to talk about Dragway 42. Then we had Pat Island come on. Then you just saw Dylan Owens, and I'm gonna bring on Randy Fishbaugh next. So Randy,
Hi, Jason. How are you tonight?
Good. Where are you at right now, boss?
I'm actually in the Pizza Shop Chick's office.
The Pizza Shop Chick's office. Yeah. That's his wife, everybody. I just want Susie. Just want everybody to know that. But she is the Pizza Chick, so it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. We got a busy weekend last weekend in Ohio, and we're gonna have a real busy weekend this weekend for sure. So yeah, we had 3 last weekend, 3 events in Hillsborough, Ohio, St. Clairsville, and Worcester. And then this weekend we have 4 events. So yeah, it's a lot going on.
I'm on the OSTPA website. I'm going to bring it up here in just a second. But first of all, let's talk about the great. What's your pizza place? The East of Chicago. What is it again?
Yes, East of Chicago, Jason. That's it. Yep.
Well, I mean, I've eaten a lot of it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I had lost some weight, and then I came home and stepped on the scale this time, and I had not lost any weight. I actually went the opposite way, but it was well worth it. Sitting in your garage, drinking some Crown Royal, and eating some good pizza. I like that. Susie kept us well fed when we were out there in New London, and then I don't remember where we were the night before. It's all starting to blend together, Randy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll probably do the same thing Sunday night after Ashland. We can do the same. Absolutely. Like yeah, it'll be good. Kinsey will be with us, and Doug. It'll be a lot of fun again for sure.
Yes, can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got
Okay, so Guernsey County Fair Friday night.
Yeah, Guernsey County. That's Old Washington. That's the kickoff of the Buckeye Challenge.
So Kyle Matchin was talking about this Buckeye Challenge. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the Buckeye Challenge is pro stock tractors, pro stock semis, and two-wheel drives. So they just they have a 3-day run there between Guernsey County. Then they'll be at Dragway 42 on Saturday night, and then they'll be in Ashland County on Sunday night, and then they're just going to be the combined there. The best points between the pro stocks. Pro stocks pay $3,000 to win, $2,000 for second, and $1,000 for third. And that's a 3-day run. Two-wheelers is a $2,000 to win, $1,200 for second, $800 for third, $500 for fourth, and $300 for fifth. And that's a 3-day run also. And the semis is just a 2-day run, and it's $5,000 winner take all. So
now, did some extra sponsorship come in on this, Randy, or how do you guys pull this off?
Yeah, extra sponsors, and I'll admit I kind of screwed that deal up. I don't know who all's in on that. I believe I'm not even sure who all's in on that on the Buckeye Challenge. But
it's okay. Nobody's gonna be mad at you. I just was curious.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to say anything and have it be wrong. So, but yeah, there's those classes all joined in and pulled their money to have this challenge together for sure. For sure. And I think this is either the second or the third year that they've done this. It's they get a pretty good turnout. They get a lot of outsiders that'll stroll through for that extra money. Two-wheelers always have a good class.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the New York guys come down, and our two-wheel drive class is real strong all year long. And hopefully we get a few extra pro stocks to come for that money, but we'll see how it all works out. And obviously everybody knows that we have a pretty good semi class in the state of Ohio, so that'll be a real good show.
Yeah, you did. I saw him in Randolph at the Portage County Fair. That was awesome truck class.
Yeah.
Chris Kilbarger says Buckeye Challenge used to be Fort Recovery, Ohio State Fair, and Bowling Green. Glad to see it continue. So that's cool.
Yeah, it did. That was quite a few years back, and when the state fair went away, that kind of went away. So then a few years back, we talked about this, and then Chad Taylor, he's our president now. He thought of that, and we brought it up, and we thought we'd try to continue that along. So it's a good thing.
I like it. I like it. How's the mini rod sled been treating you?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. Boy, I tell you, so this weekend, Ohio was in Hillsboro, St. Clairsville, and Worcester, and then I actually took the mini rod sled to Roanoke, Indiana, for the first. I went out there by myself. Took the sled out there by myself and ran it myself, and it's a lot. It's a handful for sure. It's a lot of fun. So then we came back to Worcester, Ohio, and I think we had 9 of them there. Jeff Hurt won it. Mr. Ken Vinny was there, so we let Josh Moore. Yeah, Ken Vinny got second. We let Josh Morgan's been running it, so he ran it down there at Worcester. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the advantage I have of running that sled is as Cody Singletary with the Carolina Night Train. We talked about it, and he said, I get to ride this tractor and that tractor, and Jeff gets to ride his too. He says, but you get to ride behind all of them. And I said, yeah, it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. You can really tell when they get after it. You got to hang on, no doubt about it. So.
Yeah. So Roanoke, that was the first time you handled it by yourself for a full class, right?
Yes, sir. Yep,
Otherwise, you had the Chase Richardson test and tune that night up in Greenwich. So
Yep.
I think you hooked it like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was fun. We learned a lot. I mean, the ground, boy, got really, really hard out there, and we had a tough time stopping them. I mean, it was a great show for the people in the stands, but as a puller, it was a sled operator, it was a little long. I'll admit it. It was a little long, but everybody had the same track to pull on. But yeah, it got really hard, and we just couldn't quite get the grousers in the ground. But
yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit. With you being a sled operator now, so basically, when the track gets so hard, those grousers, they're just sliding on the top, right? You can't stop them.
It gets tough, that's for sure. I've heard those guys talk about it for a lot of years, and we were going along, and I don't know, maybe 300, 310 feet. Just feels like he just picks you right up, and it was just like on ice. You're just sliding around back there. And then it would go back in, and then it would slow him down. But yeah, he gets so hard that the grousers can't get him in the ground. And if I knew it was going to be like that, Vaughn and I had spoke of what to do about it, and everyone said, "Oh, you'll be fine. That track doesn't normally get hard." Well, it got hard, and by then it was too late. Like I said, I think there was 11 out there, and I had to be right the first time, or we did reset on them once, and boy, I hate to do that to a guys, but you have to be right the first time, and everybody else had 10 times to watch you, and they got to change their stuff up, but so we're learning, definitely learning experience, that's for sure. So
where the minis, are they at any of these Buckeye Challenge or any of these polls coming up, these next 3?
they are not at the Buckeye Challenge, but Ohio State is in Old Washington Friday night and Upper Sandusky as well.
Okay.
And then Dragway 42, and then Ashland, and the minis are running in Upper Sandusky on Friday, and then they're at Kyle's event at Dragway 42.
Okay.
So
will your sled be at both of those?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yep. The purple sled will be there. Pretty exciting, really. A lot of people talked about that thing, and we're pretty blessed to be able to do what we do, and to have it here in Ohio. So,
do we have a name for it yet, Randy?
oh no, we're still working on that. So we're just we got it all cleaned up, and it's shined up, and it's just all purple. So we'll come up with something here, I'm sure, before too awful long. But
Well, Susie's the pizza chick. The sled could be the side chick, but George Byers got a tractor named the side chick. I want to be original.
yeah, yeah.
Could do something. We could name it after a pizza, the peanut butter and jelly pizza, Randy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think everybody likes them for sure, don't they?
They do. We gotta. Yeah. I mean, if you ever, because the pizza place is in Greenwich, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it was really close to track. Then you guys live in New London, right?
Yep.
Starting to learn the lay of the land slowly. Because
understood.
I just follow Doug around and stuff like that. That's all I ever do. So
yeah. So we had Greenwich, which Chase Smith, he has the 2-engine mod and the owner of Pro Away Truck Repair.
And he's building a mini. He's building a mini too.
Yeah, that's potentially.
Well, Dylan Owens is getting an unlimited. We're breaking all kinds of news tonight, Randy.
So Chase is the promoter there at Greenwich, and that's real close to the pizza shop, and we work with him hand in hand on that event, and then we help with this one here at New London, and Chase helps a lot. He puts a lot of energy into it as well, and New London's actually Susie's hometown, and then Greenwich is where I grew up, so we have 2 hometown polls that we help promote and make sure we do the best we can. That's for sure. So
I like it.
Yeah.
So what keeps Randy busy during the week? What business are you guys owning and involved in?
Well, we have a pizza shop, and then we farm a little bit, and we got some trucks on the road, and I drive every day. All right, I try to drive every day, keeping the trucks moving, and we haul a lot of grain and some shingles, a little bit of concrete fixtures, catch basins, manholes, that type of stuff. So a lot of flatbed stuff actually. So we keep busy at that, and then we farm just row crops, no animals. So just Stuart the cat at home. That's all we got. So
and damn good pizza.
Yeah, we got pizza. Yep, Susie's been at that about 30, 32, 33 years. So
I like it. She said I get to see she's coming Sunday night, she said. So
oh yeah, she'll be there. She'll probably I'm sure that she'll have those little green bags for us.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, you and Doug and Kins will be there, right?
Yes. Yep. Or no, Kinsey will be in Dover. Yeah, Kinsey will be out there. Kenzie's gonna be in Spencer, Iowa this Sunday.
Oh, that's
we'll
right.
Catch up with her the next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Dover. That's right, for sure.
Yeah, we're rolling out early tomorrow. We have Allegan, Michigan tomorrow night, and then Kenzie's gonna come back home to do it. She got Bedford, Iowa for the Outlaw Saturday, then Spencer, and I'm just gonna go straight to the Enderle. So
got it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have. I think we still have 30 streams yet this year that we doing. So
got it. Yeah.
We have a lot going on yet. We're going to head south and east and Diesels and Dark Corners and State Fair and California and Lufkin, Texas, all kinds of stuff coming up. So it's going to be fun. Yeah.
Yes, you're doing North Carolina State Fair. Raleigh.
Yep. 4 sessions of that. So
that'll be fun. That's always fun down there. We went down there with Chase and Jeff and Cody was down there. We were all down there last year, so yep. We got our Ohio State points races. They're going to come right down to the end. It's not going to be quite as close as there's a few of them that are actually closer than the guys at the Enderle, but a few of them got a few gaps in them, but we got
I'm seeing that. I mean, there's only 4 or 5 that are really tight for Grand National. Most of them are done already, but they still have to go.
Right.
I'll bring up all STPA points here on my screen. Can talk about them. Let's see here. So this is 3.0 diesel trucks.
Yeah.
Razor's Edge.
Yeah, Roger Straley. Yeah, he's won that a couple years. He's he's been at it quite a few years there. He's won the points a few years, but yeah, he's got a 9-point lead going into it. What do they got? 2. They got Dover and Coshocton left. Yes, sir.
Is Coshocton your guys' is kind of your Enderle? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, and we tried that last year, and Coshocton. They got rained out both nights last year. We tried that the finale last year for the first time, and we got rained out. So it's gonna be like be like our Enderle. It's gonna be the top 5 are gonna run for some. Just no points. The points will be determined on the Friday night before, but then the finale is just for money. I think it's pays $2,000 to win that. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
And then 4-wheel drive truck, Steve Barker, live wire.
Yeah.
Got a 10-point lead over Stormer.
Yep.
They're finishing Upper Sandusky. It looks like.
Yeah. Friday night they'll finish that one up for sure.
Now you drive a 4-wheel drive, don't you? Every now and then.
I do. We drive. Dawn and Carl Odell own the Dirt Donkey, and that's the Team Fantasy. Kenny and Megan Lucas, they work on it, and I'm privileged enough to get to drive the donkey every once in a while. So it's a lot of fun. That's for sure.
That class is neat. I am surprised that is not a national class everywhere, Randy. That is a neat class. So
yeah, and that truck, driving those trucks, they make a lot of power at 6,500 pounds, and they always. Kenny told me when I first drove in Wellington, Ohio, a couple years back, he said, "Just remember, a little is a lot," and I'm like, I never understood that, and he isn't kidding. You give that throttle just a little bit, and something's gonna happen, But yeah, we actually drove that year, and we actually won in Dover that year with the donkey. So, yep, the old pulling world's been really good to Randy and Susie, that's for sure. So
2-wheel drive trucks, Kerry Younger, 493.
He's got a 13-point lead over Ross and Dallas Tolliver. Ross and Dallas won the points last year.
Okay.
So yep, they do a good job of pulling at that. And then the next one is the old Pro Way truck repair mini class. That's that thing's getting it right down there.
Ooh, Summers caught up with Cody.
Yeah.
Because before last weekend, Cody had like a 10-point lead coming in, and Mike did really good in I can't remember all these towns I've been in.
Yeah.
Shoot. It was the fair. They had something going on during the day before we came to New London. Shoot. Oh, I can't remember now.
Findlay,
Ohio. Yep.
Yeah, Findlay. We were in Findlay, and then we were in New London. Yep. Mike had a good. He's been doing a good job of getting after that tractor. He said he's finally. He said he told me the other day he finally had to touch the brake, first time ever. So that tractor just goes straight and it just goes, and so we kind of laughed about that a little bit. He said I finally had to touch the brake. I'm like, well, that's good, but yeah, he caught up with Cody and tied up, and then the Dr. Dirt tractor, it's tied for 3rd and 4th. That's the running mate. That's the stable mate to the Crazy Horse.
Yeah, Bryce won in Findlay, but then Mike won in New London, if I remember correctly.
Yep. For sure.
Because we live stream those.
Yep.
And then we have Super Stock Diesel Trucks.
Yep, that race is coming down. That's pretty close too.
But they
8
got
po-
4. They
eight-
got 4 left. They
Yeah.
must be part of the Buckeye thing.
No, they're not part. They're not part of the Buckeye Challenge. That one is not.
But they're gonna be there. It looks like maybe.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're gonna be at St. Clairsville and
Old
for
Washington.
Sure. The Old Washington. Yeah.
And then Dragway.
Yep. For sure. Yep. For
Cyclone
sure.
Pro Stock semis. Your semi truck class with OSTPA is wild. That is a great class.
Yeah. And the Hillbilly Deluxe, that's Spencer Rook, Spencer and Mark. They won that PPL points, I believe. And I think it looks like they're gonna finish just ahead of the Class Act.
Yeah, as long as they don't miss a pull, they got it wrapped up. So.
Yeah, they just got one. Yeah, they got Old Washington and then the Dragway there. So, yeah, as long as they can make her happen, they will.
Then your light limited class, that's Robert Labe. He's got that the 88 series. That's beautiful. The black top binder.
The black top binder, yeah.
And they have 4 to go yet here. Corey Frank with high standards in second.
Yep.
I found the zoom button so people can actually see it at home too. So that's good.
Got it. Understood.
Jeremy Smith, high strung, leading the points with the old cast ass.
Yep. Yeah. The yellow tractor. A little trouble after
Finley.
At Finley. Yep. Finley, they had a little trouble, so they missed a couple there. They missed Finley, and then they missed ours there in New London. So that's the first time that tractor. And then he missed Medina as well. So he's had three misses this year. That's the first time that tractor, I believe, has missed since the debut of it. So that sure is a sharp, spontaneous. That's a sharp piece for sure. Yeah. But yeah, the farm tractor, farm tractor's kind of like Randy doing Randy things. Farm tractor does farm tractor things.
It just shows up.
It just makes laps, and it's, Jeremy says it's just a lot of fun to drive. So it just, makes a bunch of laps. That's for sure. So, but then the super stock class, that's the one that's really close.
Yeah.
Two at 280 and 1 at 281. So that's
the original judge is at 281, and then the rule breakers at 280, and Bill Keener's at 280.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's tight. They got Ashland and Dover, it looks like.
Yep, 2 to go. Yep, for sure. Yeah, that'll be good. Then Ashland is actually Billy's home. That's his hometown,
Okay.
So, yep, for sure.
And that's Keener. That's Keener. They have the 2-wheel drive trucks as well, right, Randy?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, Jason. That would be that's Frank's. So Billy'd be 3rd generation. He's 3rd generation driving the Bambi tractor. Dwayne started that, and then Frank drove it a little bit, and then Billy's been driving a little bit. So, but Billy's been campaigning it pretty much the last 2 years, and then Frank drives if Billy's gone got something else on the schedule. But ever since Frank got the first 2-wheeler, and then he got a second one out this year for sure. Yep. Sauced up. So
Bargies are winning mods at 467 with the next gen. Craig Sage is in second at 450. He had a good straight pass at New London.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Donald Dean, always Donald Dean, Hank doing Donald Dean things.
Absolutely, yeah. But he's been out there a long time driving them old buses around, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And then Leather and Lace was in there, but they had a big kaboom somewhere. I think they went to Canfield or something, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And it broke real bad, so it went boom.
Yeah.
Light limited. You guys have a light limited superstock class. I didn't know that.
That this is the first year for it, and that is a real that class is really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Those guys, Zeb, the gentleman who's in 4th place, Zeb was real active at getting that, and he takes care of that class for us real well, and he's real motivated on that one. That's for sure. That's a pretty exciting class. I think it's nice about that one, Jason, is they have 1 turbo, they have diesel, they have multiple turbo alcohols. It's a lot of fun to watch it, and they some of them get a little bit sideways in there, not like the minis, but once in a while they get a little sideways, but not terrible. But they're a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. So,
I need to meet Wes Miller. Anybody that names their tractor more cowbell is a friend of mine.
Yeah,
that's
absolute.
That is good stuff.
Yeah,
And that's it. There you go. There's your points with
Yeah,
OSTPA.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of there's always a lot going on in Ohio. That's for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, there is. And you guys got a new trailer this year. I saw with the Ohio corn and wheat thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep. That came from Smitty. Smitty got that. We got that. I got that started with Smitty, and then Chad took over that thing, and we made that. Yeah, and then Ag Pro. We made a deal with Ag Pro to get a gator to take to all the events, and we got it set up all in the back. It's pretty well self-sufficient back there. It's a nice setup. You know, Smitty helped us out on that with the Sailor trailer sales. So I got to give Smitty a big shout out for that one. That's for sure. So absolutely. So
again, this Friday, September 12th, Guernsey County Fair. Is that Sandusky or is that Old Washington?
That would be that's Old Washington.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
Wyandotte
that's
County
Upper
Fair.
Sandusky.
Yep, that's Upper Sandusky.
That's where Hurt lives, right?
No, Hurt lives in Port Clinton.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's for sure.
And
yeah,
then,
that's only about an hour and 15 or 20 minutes from the Enderle.
Okay.
Upper Sandusky that's in that part of the state.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
Yep.
And then Saturday, OSTP heads to Dragway 42. We had Kyle Matcham earlier. And then Sunday. So we're full pull live is streaming Old Washington, Guernsey, Dragway 42, and then we're streaming Ashland. So we got 3 there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the fans.
Yep. 3 of the 4.
Doug and I will be in Ashland Sunday night. So good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun as always. Yep, for sure. And you say you're in Michigan tomorrow night.
Yeah, Ken's and I are going to Allegan, Michigan tomorrow night for Region 2. I think we got 4-wheel drive, hot farm, super farm, and mod. And then Kenzie's going to come back home to head to Bedford, Iowa on Saturday. And I'm just going to go straight to the Enderle and just find a coffee shop and start doing some mortgage stuff for a couple days. So
Got ya. Understood. When's Doug coming down to see you?
He'll be out Thursday night. Got it.
Then
Friday night we're doing a Full Pull's having like a puller appreciation party Friday night. We're gonna have a band. We're gonna DJ and some food and some adult beverages. And then at 7:00 they're gonna do the live draw. We're gonna put that on Facebook and YouTube for the drawing of each numbers. So
that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. And yeah. We'll see. Like I say, we're an hour and 15 minutes from you. So in Upper Sandusky that night. So
well, maybe I'll swing. I don't know how far when I go from Allegan to Urbana. Is that anywhere near you, or I don't even know idea.
Well, as Jay Smith and I have talked, and he always laughs at me when I tell him this. He always says, "Hey, can you do this for me?" Or we got a load going here, going there. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's right on my way home." And he's like, "That's not on your way home. Like everything's on your way home if you want it to be." So
exactly,
you guys can always stop by our garage. It's always on your way home.
Well, maybe I'll do that. I'll let you know. So
yeah, absolutely, sounds great. So
first of all, I'm just appreciative that you figured out the technology to jump on the podcast tonight. That was my main concern, Randy. I'd like to have you on more when we can. How was your county board meeting tonight?
Oh, it was good. We had a township meeting tonight. It was good. We got a few things. We're pretty blessed at that. There's only 17 miles in our township, and everybody seems to get along pretty well. And we weren't there very long, but we did what we needed to do and came home. So, but yeah, nope, it was good for sure. Absolutely.
Good deal. Well, Randy, tell Susie hi.
Absolutely, I will. Tell everybody said hi. Tell hi, Kens, and we'll definitely see you guys this weekend. And thanks a bunch. I want to thank you and the whole Full Pull crew for last weekend and everything you guys do for Ohio. It's we're greatly appreciative of you guys. We really do. Really thank you for everything you guys do for us.
We're having fun. It's been good getting to know everybody. But that's a great association. So
awesome.
Alrighty. Thanks, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason. Have a great evening. Bye,
see you, Randy. Randy Fishbaugh, everybody. From OSTP at Kenzie. You got anything to say?
Watch us on the live stream.
Yeah, so Kenzie's going to be in Bedford, Iowa, Saturday at 4. Well, you won't do the Northwest stuff. No. She'll fire up at 6 for the Outlaw show. Then she drives overnight to Spencer, Iowa, which sucks because I did that with her last year.
Longest 3.5 hours of my life.
Because Spencer's at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Yep.
And then and I'll be out the Enderle, and then we're live streaming Old Washington, Ashland, and the Dragway 42. And then Bert, I don't think Bert has anything this weekend. Well, here, let me just pull up Full Pull Live. Our season's not done, is what I'm trying to say, everybody. We have a lot of streaming yet coming your way, and we appreciate everybody doing that. I will bring up Full Pull Live right now. Thank you, everybody's been tuning in. We're getting better every weekend, or we're trying anyway. Yeah, so Allegan tomorrow night. Again, you get all this for $39.99 a month. Old Washington Friday night. That's OSTPA. Your Enderle is Saturday night. Again, Grand Nationals at 5, Regions at 7. We'll just do one stream. We'll just keep it going. Bedford is that's where Kenzie's going to be Saturday with the Outlaws. That's our third to last pull. Then we got West Salem, Ohio with Dragway 42, and then the Spencer, Iowa, and then I'll be in Ashland, Ohio. And then next week after that we got Wilson, North Carolina, Centerville, Michigan, Dover, Ohio. I'll be with Randy again there. We got 2 nights in Centerville, and then Hillsdale, Michigan, and then the Outlaws are in Brush, Colorado, and then we round out September with Mid-South, Woodbury. Go down there and see Mr. Foster. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna bring you a lot of pulling. You don't need NFL when you have Full Pull Live. So thanks for watching tonight. Again, shout out to Tommy and Taylor Corsa, Adam Kester, Kyle Matcham, Pat Island, Dylan Owens, and our good friend Randy Fishbaugh. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Today. Let's talk about today.
Grand national state level, you have to run non-sale, it's wholesale.
It is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put it right in the registration booth with the
Just this ever-evolving story.